Hello and welcome to the comment show. Let's comment and read them.
Yeah, boy.
The first comment comes from Tristan Gift and he says, Mahrez, would he done better at Man United rather than City? I think Tristan has maybe asked here that Mahrez might have done better if he moved to United rather than City. And for me, I think the answer is no. I'm incredibly biased because I support City, but the answer is no. I think Mahrez has gone to the best club he could between those two clubs right now. Because at City, you've got Pep Guardiola, who seems to make every individual player better. I think if Pogba and Lukaku were at City, they'd be playing better. Because I think Pep's a better manager and better at training individual players. Maybe it's because Guardiola had a decent playing career and Mourinho didn't really have a playing career. Maybe that's the reason, I don't know. But for me, I think Guardiola makes each player better and Mourinho doesn't. Mourinho is just a good manager. But I'm willing to be proven wrong, as always. So if you think there is a player that Mourinho would actually make play better than Guardiola would, get in the comments down below and prove me wrong. The next comment comes from Ayush Verma, and he says, or she, is Giroud the most undeserving player to lift the World Cup? This was on the live stream, and can people please stop mugging off Giroud? He's actually a very good striker, and although he didn't score for France during the World Cup, I think he is not the most undeserving player to have won it. He got man of the match against Peru, and I know it's Peru, but if you get man of the match in any game during the World Cup, you can't be the most undeserving player, can you? And as much as we'd all like it, you can't just cram every big name into a starting 11. It just doesn't work like that. So early on, Deschamps clearly realised that Giroud, chucking him up top, letting him chest it down, hold the ball, pass it to someone else, was a pretty good tactic. So for me, that makes this comment dumb, because Giroud is clearly not the most undeserving player, but the most undeserving player this World Cup is still French, and that is Mr. Benjamin Mendy. I love the bloke, but he's played 7 games in an entire year, and he's picked up a League Cup, a Premier League, and a World Cup. Mental. The next comment comes from Fast Networks, and he says, does this make Mbappe better than Messi and Ronaldo? No, it does not. It's far too early to say, and the French squad were and are better than both Argentina and Portugal. However, this does mean for Mbappe, I can't help saying it like that, I can't stop, Mbappe, that for the rest of his career, he now doesn't have to worry about someone on Twitter called like Holy Hazard or Paul Pogba saying, you know what, he can't be considered world class until he's won the World Cup for his country. Can't be considered world class at all. Needs to win the bloody World Cup, doesn't he? Doesn't matter if the rest of the team are or there's just general problems with the entire national team. Don't worry about it. If he doesn't win the World Cup, doesn't count. Can't be world class. Shut up, you absolute thump crumpet. What's a thump crumpet? I don't know. Just made it up. It's a thing now. Accept it. The next comment comes from Richard. You guys always talk BS. This was on the live stream, and you know what? Yeah, we do. And everyone else does, anywhere, ever. I'm not convinced anyone knows anything about what they're doing at any point in time. We're all literally just winging it. Especially in football, we research a bunch of facts here and stats, so we're sort of informed, but in general, no one has a bloody clue what they're saying. We're all just saying stuff. That's why everyone keeps saying that, oh, Sterling's rubbish. No one knows. He misses a chance and they just assume that because everyone else has said it. No one knows what they're saying at all. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Everyone talks rubbish. Just accept it. The next comment comes from Mo Beats, and he says, can you finish one sentence without any vulgar words, you British pigs? No, it is ingrained in our culture to swear. I swear anywhere and everywhere I feel like it. At a christening, at a funeral, at a nephew's 5th birthday, on the tube, if anything, especially on the tube. Get out my way, you slow walking I've got mediocre content to make, you snail-paced suit-wearing. The next comment was on hot takes, and it was a response to the best signing of the season was Jorginho to Chelsea. I mean, I'll give you that, mate. It's a pretty good signing for Chelsea, but what I have an issue with is how City couldn't wrap up that deal. Jorginho is going to be so good for Chelsea, and I understand at City we don't want to be mugged off anymore. We used to get mugged off all the time. Valuations doubled just because they know we've got lots of money. But we have just broken our transfer record fee for Mahrez, arguably a player we don't desperately need, and that's instead of paying an extra couple million to match Chelsea's offer or make it better to get a player we really need. because Fernandinho is like 33 and he cannot play every single game. So now we need to pay for a replacement. We've been linked with Kovacic for 80 mil. If you pay 80 mil for him, you're a moron. Should have just bought Jorginho. Could we reformat Fabian Delph? Put him in there when Fernandinho gets tired? Maybe. Could Gundogan go in there? Maybe. Actually, I have no idea because I'm just bullshitting it like I said earlier. I have no bloody clue. Clue. Said that weird. The next comment comes from Matthew Clifford, the big red dog. If Neymar goes to Madrid, he will be hated by a lot of people, even if they are not Barca fans. You know what, Clifford, you're right. And that's exactly what I want to happen. There needs to be more housery in football. There's not enough for my liking at the moment. I want Neymar to move to Real Madrid. I want Mbappe to move to Kettering Town, just for a laugh. I want Ronaldo to kick an infant in the face. Anything, just pure havoc. There's not enough in football at the moment, so do it. Kick a baby in the face, Ronaldo. Do it now. The next comment comes from Mohammed Ahmed, and he says, no poll again, 56 likes. That was on Continental Club, one of the many strands we have, and we upload a video every day, all year round. So there's a lot to go through, and sometimes we just forget the poll, and we forget to tell Temps, who uploads all the videos, when the poll is. However, it's not good enough. I promise that we'll do better. We'll try. We'll try this time. But sometimes when you're editing, you're like, there's a poll at 9 minutes 54. Joe is probably doing something stupid. He'll launch something at your head, and then suddenly you've forgotten where the poll was, and you've forgotten what you were doing. So this week in the poll, I want to know how annoying it is when we forget to put in the poll. Vote now. That's how Mexican people greet each other. It's called the Mexican wave. Comment of the week from Jay Saha. Just want to say, I also have a lisp and a stutter, and you are a real inspiration with how confident and funny you are. Thanks, Jay. That's probably the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me, and I'm so thankful it makes you feel better about your speech impediment. But there's one thing that is wrong with you that isn't wrong with me, and that's the Liverpool badge in your profile picture. That's disgusting. That is absolutely filth. Get out. Get out! I mean, in all seriousness, I'm glad you feel better because I also have a lisp. So, good to know. Thank you very much, Jay. I appreciate it. And that is it. Thank you for watching another episode of The Comment Show. I'm now over on the side of the screen, which means it's definitely over. This is the end. Check out some of our other content. Go over to FTFC, where James and McCubbin have another non-league vlogs. Is it the Kanifa one? It's the Kanifa one. It's a World Cup that isn't the main World Cup. There's a team called the United Koreas of Japan. What? Go watch that.